Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Wahak Wadash Rakah, double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstone, peace and safety to the elect, laboring throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. All right, this is Ratazah, and I got a quick lesson I wanted to do. Basically, just land backing off a few videos I've seen on my news feed from the Akim, basically going into the fact that, in this faith, we're basically all children, man. Or we all start off as children. All right, and your carnal age, whether you're 30, 35, 40, 45 or whatever, that pretty much doesn't matter, man. And everything is set up, the order, the ranking system or what have you, everything is set up in the spirit, man. And how old you are carnally is pretty much null and void. All right, that doesn't matter, man. Everything is in the spirit. All right, and I just wanted to get a few scriptures that's dealing with that. All right, so I'm gonna start with Psalms chapter 8 and verse 2. It says, out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies. Right. And we are the babes, man. All right. The babes and the sucklings. We're basically infants, man. Especially when we first came into the faith, man. Whether you was 30 when you heard the truth and came in, 35, 40, 45, hell, 20, 25. When you come into the knowledge of knowing the Most High, knowing His name, knowing who you are, all right, you basically start back at zero, so to speak. So here you is a so-called full-grown man in the flesh, so to speak. But when you come into the faith, man, you're a child, man. All right, which being a child comes with what? Being humble, which it says that in Matthew's the 18th chapter. All right, so you can't be in that mind frame of, I'm of a certain age, so I demand or I need a certain rank or a certain order. No, it don't work like that, man. It's about who you are in the spirit. All right. It says, out of the mouth of babes and sucklings has thou ordained strength because of thine enemies. Right. And the strength that has been ordained to us is this truth, man, this knowledge. All right. The wisdom, knowledge, the understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. His name. All right. His son's name. All right. Our nationality. All right. The prophecies, the doctrine, knowing who Esau is, or knowing who the so-called white man is in the other nations. That's our strength, man. And what it says, what it was ordained unto babes, man. Meaning what? The children of Israel, all right, or rather the men that's laboring in this faith, man. All right. It says that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger. So yeah, to be able to do that, you have to have the strength, which is what? This truth. And it was given to who? The babes, man. All right. Which is when you first come in. That's why Yahweh Shai told Nicodemus, you have to be born again. All right. And which I had that scripture on my short list or whatever. All right. Why? Because when you're born again, you become as a child, man. So however old you are carnally, and what you did back in the world, you got guys that, I'm a grown man, nobody gonna tell me what to do, and I ain't gotta take orders from this, because you might have a situation where, a man that's in a higher rank, so to speak, could be over a guy that's older. You got certain camp heads that are under 30. You might have a man in the camp that's like he's pushing 40 and or whatever, and that could be a test for that brother, man. Because I personally experienced men around that, no, that he's a younger brother, man. I'm older than him. Which no, it don't work like that, man. It really is how old you are in the spirit, so to speak, man. You have a brother that been in the faith for 6, 7, 8, 9 years or whatever, and he's probably like 28, 29 years old. But you got a guy that's just came around. He been in the camp for 6 months, and he's 42 years old. Them two brothers is not on the same level, man. You know, now carnally, is one brother older? Yes. But spiritually, the brother that been laboring the longest, that's younger, he's actually older in the spirit, man. You know? So yeah, you can't approach this truth, or you can't look at this truth through a carnal lens, man. All right? You got to be spiritual, which leads me to my next precept in Romans. All right? Romans chapter 8. And I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, this is Romans 8, verse 6. It says, for to be carnally minded is death. You know? Yeah, and to have that mind frame or have that way of thinking of that, you know, because you're older, you know, you move a certain way. Nah, man. All right, that's actually going down the path of death, man. You know? Whether brothers get on you hard, whether brothers gotta pull you to the side and you know, give you a strong rebuke, all right, or whether the Most High gotta intervene and jack you up. Well, hell, he actually might just put you to death, man. You know, if that's Yahweh Shem Yahshua's will, all right, because of what it says to be carnally minded is death, man. You know, which the word carnal goes back to what? Flesh, man. You know. You know, it's not just to a particular brother, but you know, just putting it out there, man. You know, just having that mind frame of, you know, because my flesh, I'm an older man, so you know, I move a certain way and I do things like this, and who's this younger guy to tell me what to do and give me commands and orders? You know, that's actually you moving down the path of death, man. Why? Because it's carnal, man. All right, it says. Reading on, it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, man. All right? So, yeah, you got to look at things through a spiritual lens, man. All right? Or through a spiritual mind. All right? Because that way leads to life and peace, man. Which is what we promote through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Life and peace, man. All right? There's peace in order. You know? There's peace in a proper ranking system, so to speak, you know, and that's not determined by how old a brother is, man. You know, not all camp heads or not all second, third in commands or fourth commands are not over 40 with gray beards, and you know, things are set up through the spirit, man. All right, it says, reading on, it says, verse 7. It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. All right? So to have that carnal, fleshly mindset, you actually are opposition against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right? And I don't think you want to be in that number, man, of being against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. All right, yeah. So basically, you are that particular brother that has that way of thinking. He's out of order, man. All right, he's out of order because why? He's not thinking spiritually. He's thinking coming from a worldly, carnal perspective, man. You know. So I'm gonna get my next scripture. I'm going to finish it off with John, the 3rd chapter. All right. It says, excuse me. Yeah, dealing with Nicodemus. All right. This is John 3 and 1. It says, there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except the Most High be with him. Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. Right. So when you come into this faith, you're actually born again. All right. Meaning what? Because in the world, we were born through the flesh, so to speak. But really, brothers weren't really living, man. All right. We actually were dead, man. You know, walking around calling ourselves black, line up, you know, eating a corn dog. We wasn't living, man. All right, we were dead to this world, man. Or I should say, rather we were dead to this truth, you know. But as soon as we heard the truth, all right, and we woke up to who we were, what? We were actually born again, man. So, like I mentioned earlier in the lesson, if you was 30 when you heard the faith, or you heard the truth, or you in your 40s, or in your 20s, or your teens, when you heard this truth, you start back at 0, man. All right? So your fleshly age don't matter. Now it's spiritual now. All right? It's basically what Yahushua is saying. It says, verse 4, Nicodemus saith unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Yahushua answered, verily, 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 I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, which the water and the Spirit represents what? This word, man, this Bible, right? It says, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High, right? So to be born again, you got to take heed to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, you got to put off that old man. That's that old man spirit, man. Like literally the old man. You know, I'm this and I'm such and such age, and this is what I did back in the world, and these young brothers don't know what about me. And man, that's that old man. You got to cut that off, man. All right, the scriptures speak about what putting on the new man, which is what? When you're born again. All right, just like how Shai is telling Nicodemus in this passage, man, in this chapter. All right, it says, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Right. So if you're not born of the Spirit, which is this truth, man, then you're not fit for the kingdom. It says, verse 6, that which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. You know, and that comes with what? Coming into this faith and coming into this truth, man, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, being born again. So when you're born again, you become as what? A child, man. All right? You become as or we all became as little children. You know? So your fleshly age, which is the point, you know, in closing, all right, your fleshly or carnal age is null and void in this truth, man. You know? So, you know, I just wanted to add, you know, my 2 cents, so to speak, to the Akim that was dropping the videos earlier today on that, man. It's for, you know, compelled in the spirit to just chime in on that, you know. So with that, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom.